Hello everyone. Today we are going to work on consuming ability points or action points when we perform ranged attacks. Now here you see I can do the aiming is active. That's because if you check here, we have 2 ability points remaining for this currently active character. If we don't have any ability points, this aiming button will be deactivated. So let me go to the aiming mode, and here if I do one shot, you see now we have only 1 action points remaining. So if I do another, we have 0, and we are back to the main action panel. And now you see this aiming is deactivated because we don't have action points to perform any ranged attacks. So now I can perform a regular attack. This and parry. Okay, now here on this character we again have the aiming enabled. That's because this character also have by default 2 action points available. So yeah, this is what we are going to work on: consumption of action points when we perform ranged attacks, and if we are out of action points, ranged attacks will be deactivated for the character. Okay, so before we get started, let me remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects from my Patreon page. Once you become a member, you can access the project files. Not just this project, there are thousands of other projects. So yeah, and also the full playlist of this tutorial series is available in my channel. I'll leave the link in description below. Everything is implemented from scratch and explained. You can follow these episodes and implement everything by yourself too. Alright, now let's get back to today's episode. Right, so as of now, we don't have a limit on ranged attacks because it is not consuming any ability points or anything in the character. So we can go to aiming mode and we can shoot projectiles as much as we want, like this. So what I want to do is here these ability points. In order to shoot projectiles, do range attacks, I need to have ability points, at least 1. So for each range attack, 1 ability point or action point will be consumed. Okay, so to set that up, I'll first go to my UI and actions, WP actions. So this is where we have all these buttons, and if I don't have any ability points, this should be disabled. So to do that, maybe let's set up a simple way. Let me go to this button and I'll add an event or function. Function set enabled, and we already have set is enabled this variable. Oh, we have this set is enabled. Can I override this set is? I can't. Okay. Anyway, then I'll use this set is enabled. I'll set this variable, and based on this, I'll set the transparency, opacity, render opacity of this button. So I'll do a select using this. If it is enabled, 1, otherwise 0.5. Right. This should be enough for us to show that the button is enabled or disabled. And now here in the actions, here we have this on character switched or on activated. Here I'll get on in player form, get ability system component, get attribute value, get gameplay attribute value. So we need to get the value of ability points. Base actor attributes ability points. If this is larger than 0, even if it is not found, this will return 0. So no need to check for that. If this is larger than 0, no need to have a branch. I'll get the aim, set enabled, pass this, and also I'll promote this to a variable. Oh, actually, no need to do that. Because we might have to do check this. Can't I duplicate this? Okay. I'll have to do this check. Okay. So I'll copy this. Maybe let's collapse this to a function. Can as ability on it. I'll make it PO function. And then I'll use it here. This is where I press Alt to go to ranged attack mode. So has ability points, branch. If true, we can go this. We can go to the shooting mode. Okay, now let's check. Let's start combat. See, now aim is disabled. So even if I press LT, I am not going there. Other buttons are working though. So yeah, now by default, here if I select this character, we can give some ability points by default. So let's go to this attributes data table and ability points. Here I'll set it to maybe 2. By default, the characters have 2 ability points. Now LT should be active. And it's not. What's that? Oh, sorry, I set the min value. No, I need to set the base value. Now it should work. Let's see. Yeah, see, now LT is active. So if I go there, now I can shoot. But here, still, it's not consuming these ability points. Because of that, I can shoot infinitely. See. Okay, now to fix that, here let's go to our gas and ranged attack. So here we need to apply a gameplay effect. So let's create a gameplay effect to consume ability points. GE consume AP. Add a modifier, and this should be 80 points. Modifier is add dot magnitude -1, and I'll do that here. Apply gameplay effect to own consume AP. Okay. All right. Let's see now. Okay, it should see. It was 2 here. Now it's 1 and 1. But so it is now consumed, but still I can shoot infinitely and go minus. That's because I don't block the ability by activating if I don't have enough ability points. So we can actually we'll have to check that in the UI, and if we are out of ability points we need to go back. So here, range attack, this is where I activate. So I can copy that function, the has ability points, from actions to range attack. It should work the same way, and here has ability points. Branch. If true, this should be activated. And again, we need to check this. Maybe, let me duplicate this. I'm duplicating, why? Let's check this again after activating the ability. Let's give a delay of, let's say, 1 second, and then if this is false, we should go back here. Basically go back. See now? Aim in, shoot, only 1 remaining, shoot again, and we are back. And now LT is not active anymore. So yeah. Now if I go to this mode, we can't do aiming anymore, so let me just perform an attack. Now go to the next character. Oh, parry. Yeah, now here again we have aiming enabled. That's because this character has 2 abilities, ability points, and also here you see we got 3 ability points because when we perform an attack, a successful attack or parry, we can collect ability points, so that's why it's increased now. And if I go back to the next, that character, I should be able to do range attacks again. Now let me Just do some attack. Okay, here. Now we are back on the first character and we can show it. Right. So everything is working as intended. Okay, so that's all I want to cover in this episode. So thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.